week might be the most exciting week for me as far as blushes go. Oh my gosh. We're going to talk about it. It is episode 26, new makeup releases. If you guys are new to my channel, hello, my name is Karen. Every Tuesday we sit down and we chat about all the new makeup. So if you like to gossip about new makeup, if you have no friends to talk about new releases with, let me be your BFF. Let's sit down, let's chat, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, I'm so sorry if you're hearing a lot of sound upstairs. But my kids are at it. They're at it. But I did film this look. It's with the Currency palette from Divine Beauty. I'm so excited. I filmed testing new makeup. So we have some new foundation, a new concealer, lots of fun to be had. So that should either be up already or it'll be coming up tomorrow. Just make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it in case you are curious about this look. I had a lot of fun putting it together. I don't think I have any new releases with me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and slide on over so we can chat about all the new things. Okay, the other thing I want to tell you guys that I forgot about is a few episodes back, actually probably closer towards April or March, I had done this thing where I would kind of give you guys a total of all the things that I wanted at the end. And the hard thing about it is you kind of have to pre-plan what you're going to talk about, which I'm not very good at doing. So I'm going to put some math on the screen as we go along of how much everything I want would cost. And then we're going to be all like, oh my god, that's so much money. But it really is though, because shit be expensive. And I am trying really hard not to spend all of my YouTube earnings on makeup, but it's hard. I'm going to be tested this week. So I thought that would be a fun angle to take, especially because I want so many things this week. So the first thing is, of course, we have to talk about the stunning palette from Adept Cosmetics. This is the Legend of Ardra, and it is a limited edition palette. I believe my friend Heather has a video up on this already, and she said that this is a Star Trek reference. So that's cool. I know nothing about Star Trek, but I'm so happy that it keeps inspiring the owner of Adept to make such beautiful palettes. So this is launching this Friday at 10 a.m. Central Time. I believe they said once this sells out, it's gone. So I can't freaking wait. I really need to put this time in my phone so I don't miss it, but I'm super duper pumped. So we have a row of mattes like Adept likes to do, and then we have the 10 shimmer shades in this palette. There's 2 marbly shades in the middle that look so scrumptious and delicious, and the shimmers all look absolutely stunning. I also love the packaging of this palette. I think the last episode we had just seen the packaging. This week we can see the inside, and then they did swatches on like a tan complexion. So I'm super duper pumped to see this palette in person. I'm super duper excited to give Adept my money. I do have a discount code with the brand. It's KHMAKEUP if you decide to use it. I think Adept does have better codes out there. I don't know how you get a hold of them, but I'm probably going to use a code too because I'm going to buy this with my own money and I'm very, very excited about it. Okay, the other launch that totally got me was the new palette from Beauty Bay. We had seen kind of like a sneak peek about this, and I remember my friend Heather again talking to me about it because she had seen like an email from Beauty Bay and we were like, oh my gosh, they're coming out with a new palette. So I did already buy this, so I'll put the total of how much I spent with shipping for this palette, and I'll give you a total of how much everything's going to cost me this week. But this is the Beauty Bay Botanical palette. It is a limited edition palette with 20 nature-inspired shades in a formula that you know and love. So I'm super duper pumped because I love the Beauty Bay eyeshadow formula. It's been a while since they've launched an eyeshadow palette that caught my attention. Also, I've had a terrible time with Beauty Bay shipping. Sometimes it comes super fast, and then the last few times I've attempted to order, even with Express, has been a disaster. And this palette Express was like $30 which I think is as much as the palette cost, and I just wasn't willing to do that. So I just paid regular shipping. I was gonna place a bigger order and try and get free shipping, but I'm trying really hard not to spend more than I need to. I'm eyeing some other stuff, so I decided to just go for the palette. So the palette is really pretty. I definitely feel like the theme is just perfection, and the way they did this campaign, like the imagery is gorgeous. These girls with these beautiful like floral nails, and they're like wet and they look like beautiful like forest nymphs, and it's like a very pretty neutral cool tone green purpley mauve palette. So I'm super here for it. Like, I'm gonna be living my best life. And they also did swatches of the metallics, and like it's just perfection. So I'm going to put lots of pictures on the screen for you guys. I don't know what you think, but I'm totally smitten by this particular palette. I can't wait for it to come. I can't wait to play with it. I think some people had mixed reviews. Some people were really excited in my comment section. Some people were like very meh. Some people were saying it looked like a dupe to the new Gourmand Girls Peach Perfect palette, which I didn't quite see, but you know, we'll have to do some comparisons when it comes. I'm so pumped. So really excited. Already bought that. And then we have the launch from Glamlite, which shockingly I actually decided to pass on. I hadn't seen the eyeshadow palette, I don't think, when I filmed my video. I don't think so. Yeah, I think they showed the eyeshadow palette that day, but it was like when I was editing the video, so I didn't get a chance to talk about it. But this is the Good Guys X Glamlite collection. So this is their Chucky collection. And I don't really know why I said this was their Halloween launch that's coming early. I just feel like Glamlite and their team really likes Chucky, and they really like the horror theme. So I get it, and I don't really feel like just because it's Chucky, I have to like group it into the Halloween theme. I just was thinking like Chucky and Glamlite and Halloween. So that's why I kind of said Halloween. But I think this is its own thing, and that's great. I know the team's very excited just from what they've been putting out on social media for another round with Glamlite and Chucky. I just think that this palette looks a lot like the... I don't even remember which one it was. I think it's the Freddy Krueger palette. It's like the cool tone, jewel tone shades that they did. And so it's probably not exactly the same, because I know when it's a brand that I'm really excited about, I can see the difference in the palettes. But sometimes people compare things and I'm like, I don't see it. I don't get it. So I don't think that these are the same. But I feel like just the way it's laid out looks so similar that it's just becoming a little boring. And I don't know. I don't know what to make of Glamlite. I think they're just catering to a new audience that's not me. It's people that are finding the brand for the first time. So to them, every launch is unique. But for me, it's like, oh my gosh, I've seen this palette before. And I feel like Glamlite's kind of been on that journey for quite some time. I try to buy things from them and make videos, but I also just haven't really had my heart in this particular color story or this franchise. I thought the first Chucky palette was beautiful, but the second one is not calling to me, so why would I spend my money to get the palette? So that's kind of just my thoughts. So I didn't end up buying it, and I just think this is very cool, but it's not for me. I thought the bags were super cute, but I need a makeup bag, like I need to hold my head, so I passed on that. I don't need any of the lip products, and like the highlighter looks like every other highlighter they've done. It's like very much a pale white, very sparkly looking highlighter. So I'm gonna pass, but I am very curious to hear your guys' thoughts. I know a lot of you commented on my community tab post and definitely roasted this launch, so I'm not gonna disagree with you guys. It wasn't my favorite, and I think I'm okay with skipping on it because there's just so many things I want this week. Okay, another thing that I kind of inserted a clip on is the launch from Clionadh, and this is wild. Like, I remember when they announced this and I was like, oh, July 5th is so far away. And then I was editing my new makeup releases last week and I'm like, wait a minute, this is coming out on Friday and I have like nothing in my new makeup video talking about it. Like, I wanted to talk about this launch because it's so cool and I love Clionadh so much, and I got to meet the owners at Creators and Friends because they came all the way from Canada. So I'm super duper pumped, and basically these palettes are pricey. They're so expensive. So let's go ahead and look at the Clionadh website because I'm on there right now. So this is the Paleo, Archeo, and Oceano palette bundle. 220, I'm guessing that's in US dollars. And then each palette individually is a different price. So Paleo and Archeo both retail for $74.78, and then Oceano is $82.26. So again, very, very, very pricey palettes. You can get the bundle for $220.61, which I think is probably already discounted, and I think you can probably use a discount code on top of that. So I would say use a discount code. But let's go ahead and talk about each of these. Now, I did own the original palettes and I did end up selling them on Poshmark because I didn't ever think that Clionadh was going to relaunch them, and they were just sitting there and I wasn't really getting any use out of them. So I thought maybe somebody else would enjoy them more than I was. So this is the remastered Paleo, and it is a palette containing 12 shades in a variety of formulas inspired by the Mesozoic era and natural prehistory. Paleo is the most neutral in the series, but has gorgeous selection of both warm and cool tones. And then they say they have a talc-free formula, and then they have descriptions of each of the shades. So if you want to see, you know, if they're multi-chromes or duochromes or mattes or things like that, you can check out that. And then it says this is a net weight of 12 shades times 1.7 grams, vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, and talc-free. So very, very excited for the Paleo palette. And I do think this one is the most neutral, as they said, but those blues are absolutely stunning as well. There's a lot of swatches on the Clionadh website if you're interested, but I think if you're a blue lover, you might like Paleo. But let's look at Oceano. Now, this is the one that is a new color story. I'm really glad they added another palette just to give it kind of a twist. Now, this one might be right up my alley because it has blues and greens and then like two beautiful like peachy shades, so that's wonderful. This is the sibling palette to the Paleo and Archeo palette, and this palette also has 12 shades with a variety of formulas, a cool tone lover's dream filled with green, blue, and purple, but with a pop of warmth. Again, this is also talc free and filler free, and they have all the shade described in the particular palette description. And then last but not least is Archeo. And this one is a few blues, but mostly like yellows, just like a good roundup of colors. So I think if I had to rank them, I'd probably rank Oceano first, then Paleo, and then Archeo. But I can't wait to see these in person. So this one is inspired by ruins and remnants of the past. This palette is our representation of the collective history as seen through a modern perspective. A rainbow palette with a twist, Archeo contains 12 shades in a variety of formulas, perfect for those who like both bold and muted colors. So I can definitely see that in the description. As soon as I saw the swatches, I was like, that is like so bold, but also kind of a rainbow vibe without being like super obviously rainbow. So I think all of these palettes are so, so beautiful and lovely. I should be getting these. I don't know when they're coming. I wish I had had these before launch because I would have loved to do a video like breaking things down for you guys. But if I do end up getting this, I will definitely make a video anyway, and I hope you guys will watch it. But I'm super duper pumped, and I am wearing one of their fruit liners today. This is the shade Quench, and I know the fruit liners aren't exactly new, but they're pretty new, and let me tell you, they're so good. And I'm not a person that likes colorful highlighters, but even this shade Quench is just so stunning on my skin tone with this makeup look. So I just want to mention, obviously an existing product, but so, so good. So those are kind of the four big kind of eyeshadowy themed launches from this past week that I've just been so pumped about. And of course, we talked about Oden's Eye quite a bit last week in new makeup releases, so I don't want to touch on that today. But those 4 palettes are absolutely interesting, and I wanted to touch on them in my video. Okay, so the next thing that I'm so pumped about is, of course, blushes. We've got 2 exciting brands launching very exciting blush collections. The first one is, of course, Hourglass, and now these are already up on the Sephora website, so if you want to take a peek, you can go ahead and check them out, absolutely. So these are the Hourglass Unreal Liquid Blushes. We have 7 shades, and I have 2 shades picked out already. These each retail for $36, and I really want to get Imagine, which is a rich terracotta, and then I was going to get Future, which is a warm coral. So those are $36 a piece, so I'll put the total here. I think that's what, $72. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna easily spend like close to $600-700 this week. So these are a liquid blush that visibly plumps. What are these kids doing? I have no idea. Visibly plumps with hydration and delivers unreal buildable colors for a natural finish that stays in place for up to 12 hours. Light coverage, natural, liquid formulation. I'm sorry, my kids are doing construction. Anyway, okay, so it's a liquid blush, which is not a problem for me. I'm very curious about the pigmentation, but I did wear the milk jelly tints today, and those are very light in pigmentation as well, but you can really build them up. So I'm not super concerned about that claim. It definitely looks very much like glass skin vibes, but I'm so excited. So I will definitely be picking up at least 1 shade when this launches, which is supposed to be, I think, this week. Yeah, it's going to be an app exclusive on the 10th, and then it'll be available on other platforms on the 11th. So I cannot freaking wait. So pumped. And then the other launch just kind of came out of nowhere, kind of like a wrecking ball, but I did place my order for the Makeup Mario blush shade extension. So these are his soft pop plumping blush veils, and he launched 4 new shades for summer, which I think are so cute. Of course, the shade I wanted was Papaya Pop, which is this beautiful hot tangerine shade. So got my hands on that. It's $30 for one of the blushes, so I will add it to the grand total. And then I wanted 2 of the Moisture Glows, but I decided to be less savage and just get 1. I really wanted the shade Cherry Glow, which is a poppy red, which I think just looks so beautiful in the summertime. Kind of like this lipstick I have on right now, though. So I guess it's okay that I didn't buy it, but of course I had to get my hands on the shade Tangerine Glow, which is a sheer zesty orange, and I have to show you a picture of it on the model. Like, that is so beautiful. You cannot tell me anything other than that is so beautiful. So I did get 1, which is $24. I do have, I think, 2 or 3 of these already, but I don't have any of the bright colors, so I'm super duper pumped to be picking that up as well. And then we have from the Beauty Blender, they launched a new sponge. I'm not going to get this, but I thought it was kind of cute. It looks very cotton candy. This is the Beauty Blender Pool Party Makeup Sponge. And of course, I think that if you collect Beauty Blenders, like, you just want the limited edition shades. I don't know. I'm not in that tax bracket where I can buy a $20 sponge just because it has a fun pattern on it. But other than that, I think it's cute. I think it's fun because, of course, we need to like throw out our sponges. You can't just use sponges forever. They do get old. They get a little gunky. If you're ever feeling like you're having some acne issues and you haven't switched out your beauty blender recently, like, that's always a good indicator to swap out a beauty blender. So in that case, like, if the need arises and you happen to buy a beauty blender, it's so fun. But I don't know. I think it's cute. I love the colors. So there is a new Beauty Blender sponge available on the Sephora site. And then this is not a new product or anything, I don't think, but it's new to me. So Edam? I don't know how to say this. I think this is an Asian-owned brand, but they are available on Sephora. Actually, it says made for skin of color. So I haven't done too much digging into them, but they have these beautiful lip balms that are so stunning, and they were sold out on the Sephora website and they came back in stock. I got notification that they were back in stock. So I was on the Sephora site looking at these, and it's 24 bucks a lip balm, and I'm like, okay, I want 3. I wanted the shade Malai, which is a milky desert rose. There's a shade called Boba Bounce, which is a rich, soft brown. And then there's a shade called Fig Sauce, which is a milky, rosy brown. It looks so beautiful. So I wanted 3 of them, and I've never tried this brand before. So I had to have a little talk with the little makeup savage that lives inside me. And I was like, girl, you can't buy 3 lip balms. You just said you need to stop buying lip balms. So what are you trying to buy more lip balms for? So put the kibosh on that. I did pick one up, so I'm very excited. I got the shade Burn Malai, which is that milky desert rose. So let me know, have you tried this brand? Do you like the lip balms? I have made some new friends in the content creator world, and a lot of them are talking about these lip balms. So I was too curious to say no. So that was something that I picked up on the Sephora website today. I placed a little Sephora order, bought a few things. So yeah, where's my total at? I'll put it on the screen. A bitch is getting up there in prices here. Okay, so on Ulta, I also have some things picked out, like the new Glow Play blushes from MAC. We did talk about these last week, but they are available on the Ulta website, and I want so many shades. Luckily, 1 or 2 of the shades I want are still left, but I missed out on Pinch of Marrakesh, and I'm super duper mad at myself. Look at this color. It's so pretty. It's like a terracotta rich burgundy brown color, and I think it would look so perfect on my skin tone. So kicking myself for missing out on that. I mean, I'm sure I could go find it on like the MAC website or maybe on the Macy's website. But I wanted to place one order, okay? And now I'm kind of mad about it. So we'll see. It's still out of stock. I was really hoping it would come back in stock. They also got the new e.l.f. products. So they had like the new e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. They have the new ColourPop blushes. So I have a little Ulta order picked out, and I need to just place the order. I keep putting it off because I'm like, I don't need any more blushes. But like, it's the job, okay? It's the job. We gotta buy some blushes. Okay, so I am also really excited about this. I haven't been able to find this listing on Sephora. I don't know why, but Fenty Beauty is coming out with a new product called the Balm Sticks High Shine and Lip Liners. So these are basically glossy lipsticks, which are so trendy right now. $25 each. Luscious lip gloss and lipstick in one. Glossy medium pigmented lipsticks. So we've got a bunch of shades, and usually Fenty does at least 1 or 2 colors that I'm really interested in. So I am super duper curious to look at these. And then they're doing lip liners, and I'm super duper pumped. There's some really beautiful shades, some really nice browns as well. So yeah, I am definitely gonna have to pick up at least one of those lip glosses. I don't really need lip liners, but I could be convinced. I could be convinced because I do love Fenty, and I'm super duper curious about that. We also have from Louboutin, they're launching lip oils. So these are already available. It says it's inspired by the red leather sole that made them famous. Jojoba-based hydration, sheer color, high gloss formula provides intense nourishment for up to 24 hours, while a dewy instant plump effect wraps your skin in a kiss-worthy sheen. $128. Is this for the set? Or is that an individual price? Because ain't nobody paying $128 for a lip oil, right? Like, it's gotta be the set. It's gotta be the set of 4. That would make sense. Either which way, I'll check it out and see. I am not interested, but I get it. Everybody's hopping on the lip oil train, and lip oils just feel so nice. Like, I get it. Okay, we have new additions to the Girl On line. This is the Double Veil Primer, and then they are also coming out with a micro powder. So the primer is 96% skincare ingredients, has a light texture that spreads easily and evens out the skin tone, while the Mother of Pearl and 24 karat gold give it a translucent glow. It reduces the appearance of pores and corrects uneven skin. I can't imagine how much the primer costs, but do you guys remember Guerlain's primer? They probably still have it, but like when I first got on YouTube, every YouTuber was like pimping that stuff out, and it was like almost $100 a bottle. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is as expensive. I already have some primers I like that don't cost an arm and a leg, so it's an easy pass for me. And then the micro powder is a loose powder with a soft and light texture that contains 24K pure gold diamond powder. Is this real? I mean, I don't know that much about powders being formulated, but that seems a little intense. Like, nobody needs 24 karat powder in their powder. Like, what? Anyways, okay. We're gonna move on. Okay, we have from Ole Henriksen the Yummy Pout Preserve Hydration Peptide Lip Treatment in Creme Brulee. These, I think, launched originally a while ago, and so they're just adding a new flavor called Creme Brulee. It looks very beautiful, but it's an easy skip for me. Okay, I feel like everybody's so excited. MAC just re-released some of their classic lipsticks. So it says, back from the vault by popular demand, the lipsticks you've been missing are back. Chosen by the MAC Cosmetics community, a selection of 8 fan favorites and best-selling shades with different finishes featured in a limited edition packaging for all MAC lipstick lovers. I think I heard a lot of people say a lot of these are already sold out, but I didn't really recognize any of the shades. I mean, I've been on YouTube for quite some time, but I was never like a huge MAC girly. Like, I didn't have the resources to buy MAC when MAC was like huge. But let's see if you guys recognize any of these names. So we have Flesh Pot, which is a satin. I think I saw a lot of people say they missed out on that. Warm Tone Light Beige. I don't think I would like that. Shanghai Spice is a cream sheen. Hot Gossip is also a cream sheen, which is a neutral mid-tone pink. Double Shot is an amplified cream, neutral tone, medium brown. That sounds like something I'd be into. Up the Amp is an amplified cream, neutral mid-tone violet. Chintz is a frost metallic medium dark brown. Ooh. Haku? Frosty Silver Iridescent Green Silver Duochrome. I've seen people swatch that. I mean, I think... Sorry, my camera cut me off. I don't know where, but I was saying I've seen people swatch Haku, and I don't think that's for me, but I get why people are into it. And then we have Bubbles, which is an iridescent warm white. So, easy pass on all of that for me. We also have from Garnier, they're launching the Erase It All Makeup Cleansing Balms. So this cleanses and gently removes all types of long wear makeup. I really enjoy using a cleansing balm to take off my makeup, so I think it's really nice that a lot of other drugstore brands are also diving into cleansing balms. I've tried the one from Versed. I've tried the Inky List one. Those are 2 affordable ones that I can think of right off the top of my head. So if you are somebody that's wearing makeup all day, every day, I would highly recommend a cleansing balm, and definitely double cleansing your skin. It really helps. I cleanse my skin twice, and I still feel like it doesn't take up all my makeup, so I can't imagine if I wasn't using a cleansing balm how much makeup would still be on my face from just wearing it on the day to day. We have this beautiful quad from YSL, and I'm not gonna lie, I think it's the packaging more than the shades on the inside that's really drawing me into this. It's so stunning. It's like this beautiful ombre, looks like an ice cream, kind of want to give it a lick, but the shades on the inside are very subtle. I was gonna say sad, but I was like, that's kind of mean. They're not sad. It's just very subtle, not my vibe. So I am gonna skip it, but if YSL wants me to come and help them redesign it so it's more up my alley, I would volunteer. I really would. I wouldn't mind helping at all with that. Okay, I love this. Sephora came out with a Sephora favorites kit for blush, and this is a 7-piece set with best-selling blushes, setting spray, and a beauty blender, including a full-size Makeup by Mario, Glossier, and Merit. So I will definitely link this if it's available on the US Sephora site. but it's got Makeup by Mario, it's got Rare Beauty, it's got Iconic London's Glow Hydrating Spray, Basma? Oh god, I can't remember how to say that brand. But they have a cream blush that I haven't tried. There's a Glossier Cloud Paint and a Marriott Day Glow Dewy Highlighting Balm. I think I have most of these. But how cute. That is so perfect for a gift for the blush demon in your life. I'm super duper excited. I saw this on the Nomad Instagram and I was like, ooh, I can't wait to talk about that. So they're talking Halloween or like fall, I guess. So it says, Nomad Spooky Season Edition, returning from the dead in 60 days, Ghost Town USA and Haunted Europe palette. And I'm super excited for those two palettes because they're two of my favorites from Nomad, and they are saying it's going to be available in a special discounted duo as well. And then they've got two sweater weather palettes coming. Expect one at the end of August and one at the end of October, and I'm so excited because I love that for me. So I just want to let you guys know if you need to start saving for those palettes from Nomad. This is your 60-day warning to start saving for those Nomad palettes. Okay friends, that is everything that I have time for today. Definitely make sure you're tagging me in any new makeup releases that you would like me to feature on this video. I think we might have some scheduling stuff happening next Tuesday, so I might not be able to pull this off, but I'm definitely going to try my best. I just don't have childcare on Monday to be able to film this video, but I might be able to pull it off on Monday night. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, I will see you the Tuesday after that for new makeup releases. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. As always, don't forget to enter my July monthly giveaway. The link is in the description box. Thank you for hanging with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. And let's go ahead and put the total. If I had bought everything that I want to buy this week, this is the amount of money I would have spent. And I mean, I'm going to spend it because I do want these products and some of them I've already purchased. So yeah, it's just crazy, isn't it? How much things cost. I just love makeup so much. So I'm super, super thankful to be able to do this job. Thank you guys so, so much for hanging with me. I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye.